Shalom, shalom. I do want to start off this lesson by saying all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, or QADASH for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honors to the elders and apostle Great Millstone for teaching the truth by using precepts upon precepts and line upon line. This lesson I do want to get into today is about a video I found from Canadian Prepper, and it's talking about the peace deal that Trump and Putin had in Alaska, and basically how, the video talks about how the peace treaty and the peace talk that they had, it basically went nowhere. All right, and the reason why we know it went nowhere is because Trump, if he really wanted to end the war with Ukraine and Russia, he would just stop supplying Ukraine with weapons. All right, he would have stopped. He would stop supplying Ukraine with the weapons, with the money resources. He would instantly stop the war automatically if he wanted true peace. But if you still look at the news, you still look at the war, Trump is still supplying the resources towards Ukraine to go to war with Russia. Now, you do see in the news articles that Trump is basically threatening Ukraine to stop fighting Russia, but it's deceivable because he's still providing the weaponry and the supply to go to war. All right, and it doesn't make sense. All right, and it's all full of bull. And when I was watching the video and I look at the comments, you can look at right here in the comment, it says what? When they say peace and safety, then comes sudden destruction. And that's basically what's happening right now. We're in an age where basically they're talking about, look, we made peace. But in reality, they never made peace. Trump never even stopped the war. Trump didn't even try to stop the war. He didn't even try to make peace. He was just showing off his weaponry, trying to threaten Putin to show that they could fight. That's all the meeting was about. Why do you think F-22s was lined up? Why do you think there was a B-bomb flew over Putin? Because Trump was just trying to show off his power. All right, so prophecy is still as at hand. Even though they preach peace, there's really no peace. All right, and I wanted to grab a quick precept about it and make a video because everybody is deceiving themselves thinking that things are gonna be okay. Everything is not going to be okay. All right, the cruel Lord had he put troops on the ground towards you Jakes. All right, and who put the spirit upon the cruel Lord Trump to do so? YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. So you think the prophecy of World War III is not going to come to pass too? Oh no, it is. That's definitely going to come to pass. Revelation 11 verse 14 says this. Let's grab it real quick. 11 verse 14 says this: the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. What is the second woe? The second woe is talking about World War II. All right, that's already passed. That's in the books. We already know about that. But the third woe is coming quickly. What is the third woe? The third World War III. And we're entering that age. We're seeing the stage of it being built up. Right now, Trump is trying to fix America up. He's trying to get America in order just for that day to come. All right, the troops on the ground is just a soft way for Trump to say martial law is commenced. He didn't say martial law happened, but if you do act up and you do be going against his rulership, who do you think he's gonna send? He's gonna send the troops. What is that called? That is called martial law. He's doing that in D.C. He did that in California, and he said he wanted to put troops in more in other states. So he already has martial law installed in a soft term. So when all hell break loose and there's World War III come to pass, look, he's already got his nation under control. So we're in the age of World War III happening. We're in a stepping age right now. They're not really fighting because Russia is trying to prepare themselves. China's trying to prepare themselves. The NATO nations trying to prepare themselves. America's trying to prepare themselves for the day for that great battle. And we're entering that day. We're entering that battle. We're entering that days of World War III. All right, the second world pass and third world comes quickly. Another precept, but the combo already said it. It says what? When they shall have peace and safety, then sudden destruction come. I believe that's in 1 Thessalonians. Let's grab it real quick. Verse chapter 3. Let me see. Nope, that's not 1 Thessalonians. Need to think. Yep, 1 Thessalonians chapter 3, Oh, chapter 5, verse 3. Salakia. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. As travaileth a woman with a child, they shall not escape. All right, so that's basically what a precept of this man said. All right, and it seems like he believes in Jacob trouble. He believes in War 3. He might be a Jake, look like he's an Edomite, but that might be a Jake. Jake been scattered among the heathen, so Jake could be anybody. But the message, the whole point is this: when they say peace and safety, there's gonna be sudden destruction to come pass. And the reason why it's gonna be sudden and it's gonna be destructive is because people wasn't really paying attention. And that's in this day and age right now. People is playing nonchalant because they got their cars, they got the AC, they got the food, everything seems nice and good. All right, so they don't really think nothing bad is gonna happen. But as soon as Trump does his thing and he goes to war against Russia and Putin does his thing, they go to war against America, then they're gonna see sudden destruction. Then they're gonna see mass draft happening in the streets. Then they're gonna see mass military troops in the ground, force people to go to war. You're going to see sudden destruction. You'll see a lot of people catching reality check. All right, even you weren't out there. There's still a bill out there saying that women could go to war too. All right, Trump has not brought that bill down from Joe Biden. He didn't brought that bill down. He didn't take that down. So you women, you're going to go to war too. Some of you out there. So don't be thinking that you're safe. Don't think that you're just a woman, that you're going to be safe. All hell is about to break loose very soon. Not right now, obviously, because nations trying to prepare themselves. Everybody's trying to prepare themselves. But as soon as they're ready, it's gonna come like this. It's not gonna be a slow thing. The days are already moving faster as it is. So you think they're gonna take their time? No. All right. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. At travail upon a woman with child. So you know how a woman give birth and the pain starts coming in and it comes out of nowhere and it hurts her. That's how it's gonna be to America. It's gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna hurt America out of nowhere, and they shall not escape. You're not gonna escape the destruction that's about to come to pass because they're gonna look, man. They're gonna send nukes here, man. Trump, Putin, they're gonna shoot nukes. Putin's gonna definitely shoot nukes. Because who's bringing the destruction to their homeland in the first place? America. America's the one who's supplying Ukraine with the weapons to attack Russia. So how can you end the war? You got to attack America. So what do you think Putin's going to do? He's going to send his nukes towards America so they could stop attacking them. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be just like that. A war is going to happen between America and Russia, and America is going to lose. And how they're going to lose, they're going to get hit by a multitude of nukes. All right. And I was watching this video. They was talking about the NATO nations, the NATO alliance. They're not going to help either. Scripture says the beast shall hate the whore. All right. So it's not going to. Let's grab that real quick. Let me search it up. Beast hate whore. Search. Well, got it. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. It was it 17? Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. Let's see if I got that right. Yup. It says this: and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, that's talking about the NATO alliance, these shall hate the whore. Who's a whore? America. America's considered a whore because it has different philosophies. It serves different ideologies. It goes one to another, to another, to another, to another. It upholds different religions and it's one nation. That's a hoe. That's adultery, if you'll say. Idolatry, if you'll say. So she's a whore. They shall hate the whore, America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Now, is the other nation going to send troops and eat people alive in America? No. This is metaphorical talk of them saying that the nation is going to come and destroy America. They're going to utterly destroy America. They're going to hate the whore. So all the nations that have the nukes, they're going to send it to America too. The NATO alliance, they're going to send their nukes towards America too. They're going to go to war against America. They're going to betray America. Matter of fact, to double down on that statement, let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, somewhere in verse 14. Probably wrong. Nope, I am wrong. Hold on, let me see verse 11. Verse 11 is good. I'll grab verse 11 later, but it was Jeremiah 50 verse 14. Or it says this, Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 14 says this, put yourself in array against America or Babylon round about. All you that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord YAHAWASHI. It says what? All ye that bend the bow, all the nation that has the nukes, shoot at her. So that means France has nukes. If I'm not mistaken, Europe has nukes. Or yeah, Europe has nukes. So you think they're gonna shoot their nukes? That's what prophecy says. All you that bend the bow, all you that has the nukes, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord YAHAWASHI. Verse 15. And how did America sin against the Lord YAHAWASHI? Keeping Israel, so-called Negroes, Latino American in captivity, the chosen people, the people that YAHAWASHI loved the most. All right, spread sodomy, spread pedophilia, blasphemies against the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son. Had spread lies, strange doctrine, made everybody go off around the world, made everybody do wicked shit, disgusting things, eating abominable foods, serving strange gods, doing witchcraft, or destroying the whole world, destroying lands, doing unrighteous decrees, unrighteous judgment, breaking treaties, damn near committing genocide to Jake. There's many sins that America have done that is going to get paid for. Verse 15, shout against her round about. She has given her hands, her foundation are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, take vengeance upon her, as she have done, do unto her. All right, what did America have done to these other nations? America have been destroying these other nations. So, YAHAWASHI, and this scripture is basically saying everything that she had done to you, and she was basically destroying you, do the same thing right back to her. Destroy her, make her utter a wasteland. And that's what's about to come to pass. America is about to become a wasteland. This peace treaty that Trump had with Putin in Alaska, you think is all peace and safety. It's really not. It's actually just a waste of time. They're just trying to gain more time to get ready for a war that they're about to get into, because they know that peace is not going to. Peace talks is over. They're going to go straight to war. They're just trying to build up their weaponry. They're trying to build up their military power. They're trying to build up their supplies. So when war happens, they're ready. They're not going to be economically drowned. They're not going to be held back by anything. They're going to go all out. And they're expecting to win. And us prophets, we know who's going to win the war. Well, they're not going to win because Yahushua is going to come and, utterly destroy them. But we know who's going to lose the war. Who's going to lose? America. America is going to lose this war. America is going to lose. Now, the reason why I said that they're not, the other nations not going to win is because when America be destroyed, they're going to be thinking that they're going to be the next rulerships. No, Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai is going to come with a fat chariot, and he's gonna conquer the nations. All right, let's grab that real quick. Let's prove that point. Let's grab 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 24. Starting at verse 24. It says this, then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, even the Father, when he shall put down all rule and authority and power. So when the end comes, and the end is World War III, the end of the world, the end of Esau Edom, he's gonna put down multiple kingdoms. America's gonna be destroyed. China's gonna still be up. Japan's still gonna be up. The other nations are still gonna be up. They're gonna be thinking that they're gonna be the next rulership. And then they're going to get conquered by who? By Yahushua. And who's going to be ruling over the whole world after America be destroyed? Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. First one was the elect. These nations, they're going to see Jake with superpowers. They're going to see African American. They're going, in simple worldly terms, you're going to see Jake. All right, black man. You're going to be thinking that they're black. You can call them black all you want. They're not black. They're brown, but that's another subject. You're going to see black man flying in the sky, looking down your ass and saying, you're under us now. That's what you finna see. They finna see Jake flying with superpowers and putting you guys under their authority. And you can't do shit about it. That's what's going to happen. When he shall put down all rule and authority and power. So all the nations going to be under our rulership. Through who? first through Yahawashi. Yahawashi is going to come and put everybody down. That's why in this World War III, nobody's going to win. But who's going to lose the worst is America, because America's going to be desolate forever. But other nations, you're going to straight to captivity. Verse 25, for he must reign till he put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. And, that's talking about Israel, because Israel's not going to die anymore. We're going to have the new covenant, and death will be no more, because we're going to be basically living forever. But, yeah. And other nations, you're going to be under subject to Israel. And that's what's going to happen next. This peace and safety talk that's happening right now in the news that you see over here, it's all fake, man. It's all fake. It's bull. It's straight bull. They're not going to go peace. They're going to go straight to war. Every time they say peace and safety, every time they say we got good news, something bad always happens. And that you guys should have learned that in 2020 when they said everything's under control, and now everything wasn't under control. They said that there's war is going to happen. Now, shit, they went to war. World War I, they preached about the fact that this is going to be the last war to end all wars. And then World War II came to pass, like, what, 70 years later? It was straight bull. That was just straight bullshit. So when they said peace and safety, you already knew that it was already bull from the beginning, and they already planned to go to war. Israel's still bombing Iran to this day. They still haven't stopped. Who's backing that up? America. Who's backing up wars all the time? America be backing up the wars. So you thinking that they're going to stop the war against Russia? No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. All right, and that's according to prophecy. Because what? Isaiah 13 says what? YAHAWASHI shall stir up the Medes. He's gonna rile it up the Medes to fuck up America. And that's what's happening right now. YAHAWASHI is using a cruel Lord to rile up the Medes, so the Medes could fulfill what YAHAWASHI wants to happen to America. What does he want to happen to America? He wants America to be destroyed. Isaiah 13 verse 17 says this, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Who is them? America. So YAHAWASHI is actively stirring up the spirit within Putin to go against America. And that's happening right now. How? By America doing stupid stuff against Russia. Basically, YAHAWASHI is giving Putin the reasonings to fuck up America, a reason to nuke America, a reason to make America desolate. All right, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows, the nukes, also shall dash young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruits of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. The nukes is not going to spare nobody. Nukes is not going to come down and say, hey guys, oh wow, there's kids. Let me turn around and let's go back to the silos that we came from. No, they're going to fulfill what they was made. What were nukes built for? To destroy. And they're going to do that, exactly that in America. They're going to destroy the whole land. And Babylon, America, the glory of kingdoms, beauty of charities, excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. How did YAHAWASHI overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah? He did it with fire and brimstone. He can do the same thing again in this day and age. He's going to overthrow America with fire and brimstone. Nothing new under the sun. It's just, it's the same concept. It's just, if you want to purify something, what do? You use fire. You use fire. And America got to be purified. And it's going to be, and that's what YAHAWASHI is going to do. And that's his prophecy. That's what's going to come to pass. You cannot stop it. You cannot change it. You cannot try to, you could try your best to speak the peace and safety, peace stuff, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work because this nation was destined to be destroyed. All right, and they got to go with the book. It's like a manga. The Bible is like a manga. All right, you know how in the mangas you read it, you write about it, and then you see it on television. Well, the Bible is like the manga, but for reality. This is what's going to happen next. And when this happens, this is going to happen next right after. That's how it's going to be. It's just going to play out. You can't do nothing for the truth but for it. But that's all I want to get into today. Lord was edified by this lesson. Our Lord was edified by the knowing what's going to happen next. I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH for getting the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honor to the elders and apostle GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precepts upon precepts and line upon line. Shalom.